Sarah was an adventurous soul who loved exploring the great outdoors. With her trusty backpack, she embarked on a solo camping trip deep in the heart of a secluded forest. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting eerie shadows through the trees, Sarah set up her tent and prepared for a night of solitude under the starlit sky. Wrapped snugly in her sleeping bag, Sarah listened to the symphony of nocturnal creatures as they sang their haunting melodies. The forest seemed to come alive, whispering secrets in the wind. However, as the night wore on, a sense of unease crept over her. Amidst the rustling leaves and distant hoots of owls, Sarah heard a peculiar noise outside of her tent. It was a soft scraping sound, as if something was dragging along the ground. She held her breath, straining to identify the source. Suddenly a branch snapped nearby, causing her heart to race. Fear flooded her veins as she realized she wasn't alone. Sarah's mind raced, imagining all the terrifying possibilities. Was it a wild animal, or perhaps something far more sinister? Summoning her courage, Sarah slowly unzipped the tent, peering into the darkness with wide eyes. The moon cast a pale glow, revealing twisted shadows and dancing silhouettes. Her pulse quickened as she caught a glimpse of a shadowy figure lurking just beyond the edge of her campsite. Without hesitation, Sarah sprang into action. She quietly gathered her belongings, slipping her feet into her shoes and slinging her backpack over her shoulder. Every movement was deliberate and swift, as if instinct had taken control of her. As she stepped away from the tent, Sarah's heart pounded in her chest. The figure drew closer, its footsteps growing louder and more menacing. Fear propelled her forward, guiding her through the unfamiliar paths of the forest. Adrenaline coursed through her veins, granting her the strength to push herself beyond her limits. She could hear her pursuer closing in, the sound of heavy breathing echoing through the trees. Panic fueled her every stride as she ran with every ounce of strength she had left. Just as Sarah felt her strength waning, she stumbled upon a narrow path leading to safety. She darted down the winding trail, her desperate gasps filling the night air. Finally, she burst through the dense foliage, finding herself on the outskirts of the forest, bathed in the warm glow of streetlights. Relief washed over her as she realized she had narrowly escaped the clutches of her would-be kidnapper. Tears streamed down her face, a mix of fear and gratitude. She vowed never to underestimate the dangers that lurked in the darkness, promising herself to be more cautious in the future adventures. That night, as Sarah returned to civilization, she carried with her a newfound appreciation for her own resilience. The forest had tested her, but she had emerged stronger, and though the memory of that harrowing night would forever haunt her, she refused to let fear dictate her twist of fate.